I could be king, even for a day, I'd have you as my queen. I'd have it no other way. Then our love will rule this kingdom that we've made. Till then I'll be a fool, wishing for the day that I can change the world. I would be the sunlight in your universe. You would see my love as something real.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you are rocking to the sound of DeVaré, and I stand corrected, man. Yes, I stand corrected. DeVaré, if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly, you let me know how we say DeVaré, okay?
But you got it. You're right. As a matter of fact, that puts you in the position of a very chosen few, a small amount of people who get it right.
What you saying? Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
All
man.
right. Well, it's a pleasure to have you, man. Welcome to the Wayne Hall Show platform. All right.
Thank you for having me,
And-
brother. Really, really thank you for having me.
Oh man, it's a pleasure to have you, my friend. I've been listening to your music. I've been playing the music, and I'm enjoying the music. So
You know-
it truly is a pleasure tonight to have you on, so we can
Oh, yeah.
share what you bring musically to the
Yes,
audience. So DeVaré, talk to
DeVaré.
us.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Talk
So,
to us
first of
about
all, let me say,
the upbringing, man, and the journey. I always like to bring that perspective to what an artist shares with us, because I feel like when an artist shares their journey with us, it makes us understand a whole lot better
Yeah.
what they're sharing with us musically and
All right.
artistically. So
Yeah.
tell us about you a little bit. Where you from, man?
All right. I was born and raised in Yala, St. Thomas, Jamaica. Now,
Yes.
for all those who don't know, let me just make the clarification that there is a St. Thomas that's an island, U.S. Virgin Islands. Not that one. St. Thomas, Jamaica.
Yeah,
East
make it clear.
Yeah, I make it clear because people get it twisted because the accents kind of sometimes throw people off and things, you know what I mean?
Right. Okay, so out of Yallas, St. Thomas.
Yes,
Nice,
sir.
nice. So what was it like for you growing up there, man, in Yallas, St. Thomas?
Well, here's the thing. I am that little church boy that was smart from early out.
Yeah.
And so, all right, let me just say this. You know the pocket protector, the little plastic thing back in the day where you put in your pocket so that when the ink spill from the pen,
Yes,
it don't affect the shirt.
yes.
Yeah, in this little whiz kid, I used to have one of those. So I was like the topic of ridicule for that. And then I was small in stature, still pretty small in stature because I'm only 5'8". So that was also another thing. And then my last name, no, I'm not going to reveal that, but my last name is actually, it could be a point of ridicule. So I was the little kid that had to stand up for myself my whole life, brother. I always had to be like, the bully one for bully around and thing, but me not take them thing. Me not take, you're not gonna bully me. Ain't
Well,
gonna
then
happen.
try to mock you.
Yeah, but I was smart. So what happened is that the girls kind of like flooded my way. You know what I mean? And so that was even like cause ridicule too, because like the guys didn't like it, so they find a way to mock me. So I struggled my whole life, bro.
Oh my gosh, DeVaré. Oh man. So the struggle is real, like they would say.
Oh yeah, if it was
growing up.
nowadays time, I would keep on saying that, man. The struggle is real. The struggle is real. You
my
know what I mean?
gosh. Okay. So you've stayed in Yallas, or have you moved
Well,
since?
when the time came, because back in the day, right,
Uh-huh.
the country vibe wasn't really how you advance yourself. You had to go look it. You remember I say, you have to go to grass, go look it. That's what the old time people used to say. So I tended to go towards Kingston to try to seek a better life because that has always been in me. Yeah? So this little country boy is one of the country come a town that went looking for life in Kingston early.
Wow. Okay. So the man moved on to Kingston, and tell us about that experience. How did that work out for you?
Well, that experience was a little bit godfathered, and why it was godfathered is I have an uncle that at the time that uncle lived in Harborview, which is like between Dallas and Kingston. Harborview is pretty much is Kingston, I think what 17 or something. So it's a part of the Kingston metro area. So you know how the godfathering system go, wherein someone knows someone who knows someone who knows someone, and that's how doors open. So it wasn't so much of a struggle for that transition, because that uncle just kind of go to a big man, as we call it in Jamaica, and say, "Between them," which is my older brother, and spoke for us, and then that opened doors. You know, so that wasn't as tough.
Oh, okay, cool. So tell us about the musical journey itself. You mentioned Church Boy.
Yeah.
What kind of musical diet were you fed as a little boy?
I was fed, honestly,
and even growing older.
I'm going to tell you a crazy thing. What a lot of Jamaicans don't want to come out and say this, but I'm going to say it. Bob Marley, which was the greatest figure of that era, right? 80s, right? And Bob Marley died, what, 81, early 80s, late 70s, and things. I was not allowed to indulge in that kind of music because, as I mentioned before, because of church, right? So Bob Marley was the dirty Rasta boy.
Oh.
No, Bob Marley celebrated worldwide, and who wants to try to act like them same one never used to call him the dirty Rasta boy? Yes, uno me attack on used to call Bob Marley the dirty Rasta boy, because what happened is he never, how would you say, headed towards the religion that dominated the time. You see what I mean? It was Rastafarianism, and it was shunned upon by the so-called elites of society, so to speak, right? So the truth about it is that was never really allowed. But as Jamaicans, we should all know we have an innate rebel. Every single Jamaican has an inborn rebel. And so I snuck away, and on my transistor radio, which is the long antenna, for all those who don't know what a transistor radio is, I used to sneak off and listen to R&B because that was what was available.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Sunday afternoon, you're supposed to know this, the Sunday afternoon vibe, it is still with me to this day. That's what you're hearing in that music.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I hear it from way back to the classic to the present, all the classics right to the present.
Absolutely,
you're so right. So you're basically a product of the coming together. You're like from that melting pot of music that was created by the couple of radio stations we had at the time, that really tried to make Sundays, you know, Sundays
an enjoyable afternoon, precisely. Yes,
you know, all week long you get the country western, you get the reggae, the dancehall, the disco. But Sunday was supposed to be mellow.
Yes, after church is over, you're mellow and you're bringing the whole all who pray together, stay together ideology into the thing. Yes.
And family and soothing.
Yeah, man.
And unwinding
and
really energizing, getting you ready for work on Monday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I understand where DeVaré is coming from with this, ladies and gentlemen. I can so relate. You're right. And so, as you embarked on an individual career in the music, tell us how all these has shaped you in terms of your writing and the music you gravitate to. Would you, let me back up and ask you, would you pull out any specific influencers on your style of all those music you just described? Any particular one genre or artist or artists?
It's funny to hear you ask me that question, because I am, in a lot of ways, I love to use the word anomaly. I'm an anomaly. I have had music in my soul from inception, man. From inception. When I say inception, I mean from my father's days. I don't know if a lot of people who are listening to me going to remember the old stereo. I was the one that asked my father for permission to play music on the stereo on those old 45s and 33s.
Yeah.
Right? So music was always there. And as a matter of fact, it served the purpose of a soother, right? It was what corrected my steer, so to speak. So I would find a song that fit the moment, that fit whatever positive or negative was going on in my life. Now, with that said, it is also true that I am the one that first seek after solidity. I always wanted to see to it that whatever it is I do is sustainable. So I went after education first. I never really chased music. I have a sister that actually asked me that. She said, "How come you never chase music?" And I said, "Because the musical dream is hard to realize. It's so difficult. And even if you do realize it, you know the old term one hit wonder, that could reach you. And then you end up a starve 3, 4, 5 years later into the episode. You get me? So
Right.
I never really went into that direction. But you asked me a question, I'm going to address that in a different way now. What happened is, as time went on and the foundation was laid, right, I got the opportunity to express myself musically. Within that opportunity, it was basically covering songs. Sanchez was big and all of this stuff was going on, and the cover of music was a great place to be, and that's what I focused on. I wanted to cover songs, right? And I discovered writing. I discovered it on a whim, right? And when I discovered it, I decided, okay, well, I am not going to keep two talents back, because so many people do so much with a whole lot less than what me have. I should not waste two. And that's when I actually decided to enter into music. So you see what I mean when I say mine didn't work the other way around? I didn't spend years and years and years to chase music and I starve and I'm picking them hungry. I didn't do that. I saw it, and to this day I still see to it that food is always on the table. Music is in a lot of ways a hobby, and if money ever come from it, it come. But my main drive is to share that talent that I have with the world, and wherever it leads, so be it.
So as far as your musical journey goes, what has been the highlight so far? What would you point to and say, you know what, Wayne, this is a moment. I have lots of moments, I'm sure you do, that you treasure. But which one would you say, you know what, Wayne, this is the part of it that will sit with me and that truly makes me happy?
When a stranger, and a complete stranger that has no premonition whatsoever, actually says to me that song moves me. Whenever that happens, it touches back at my soul. And why I say it like this, anyone can go out, and whether it is that they use electronics or whatever it is that they use, and they have a whole ton of money behind them or whatever, and they can make it seem like they can be an entertainer. Keywords, seem like. But when a complete stranger who has nothing to gain by telling you that your art moves them says that to me, it get me in goosebumps to know that I did that.
Awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking to DeVaré, and he is live sharing his musical journey with us. DeVaré, I want to shout out some folks inside of the Facebook Live. Big up to everyone on Instagram, reggaevibesradio.com, Power 102.1 FM, Clark TV Network. Also want to shout out Hype FM, The Right FM. Yes, all tuned in. So let me go down the list of fans tuning in here. I see Presenter. Big up yourself, Presenter. I see Judith Oliver Wolf. Good evening and welcome. Janice O'Shea. Christine Randall. Big up yourself over there in the UK. Up early to hear DeVaré. Oh, man. George Prophet. Bless up yourself, George Prophet. All right. And let's see who else. Natalie, Andrea Brown, McNeish. And yes, Janice, you had to point out that he's from Yala St. Thomas. Yeah, man, he's from Yala St. Thomas. All right. Okay. And big up yourself, Presenter. Thank you, man. Enough love. I hope you won today. You know. Althea Brown, blessings to you as well. And everyone else on the feed. All right. So tell us about this single, Love's Natural High.
All right. See, there are relationships and there are relationships. Some of them are even situationships, right? But in the realness of life, if you have someone who means something valuable to you and you don't show appreciation for that someone, you can easily lose that someone, because negative exists naturally. You get me? So based on that fact, that song was written, and if you notice, if you listen to that song, it was written in a way to appreciate someone who has been there in your corner, so to speak, pretty much in your corner, just dead away and all, and regardless, thick or thin or up or down, that person have you. I mean have your back from way back. I mean them have you, and that is really what that song is about.
Awesome. Well, here's what I want to do, DeVaré. I want the audience to hear what we're talking about when we talk about Love's Natural High. DeVaré music to the world.
you and me, as close as we could be here on love's natural high. Some said it couldn't last, try to taint us with our past, but we just walk on by. So many tried and tried to break us now, but we held on, that's why we're still around. I believe in you and you believe in me. Nothing seems the same, but our love will remain to pass the test of time, just as long as I am yours and you are mine.
That's right. It's the mellow sound. I'm telling you. Hey, listen. It's got the blend of, let's see. It makes you want to get up and dance. It makes you want to appreciate the sentiment. And it also makes you want to just chill.
Yeah, man.
Lord of mercy.
It's music. I want to take a quick time out actually before this goes and it doesn't happen. Natalie, the Natalie you mentioned that's live right now.
Yeah.
That is the Bonnie to my Clyde. And I want to say big up. Christine Wendell, love overwhelming, turn over in a truckload pan you. You understand? There is presenter. Now I want to say something about presenter. Presenter is an artist and also a presenter, literally, right? Just like you, Wayne Hall. And George Prophet and Lady Tia. I am mentioning them for a very specific purpose, Wayne. The purpose is to show, you used a word earlier, camaraderie. That is important to us, this group of us. And I might not have mentioned every name that is there because I can't see them right now, right? But the fact of the matter is, we, these people that you hear me mention, Singer Irie, other people that are a part of this little group of us, we have promised ourselves, not other people, that we will live good in the business. That we're not in a fight and a rat race and at each other's throat. And that is big. I am saying it because I want all who hearing this to understand that. Look here, no man. You see, when it comes to love, it is universal. And it is, how you say, unconditional. And that's how we're there.
That's right. Michelle, First Lady, says you are passionate about your music, and I want to share as much of the music as we can in the time we have left tonight. So yes, big up to Natalie, big up to everybody, man, that you mentioned and who was not mentioned, because it takes a family, you know, in this day and age, it takes a family. Talk to us. Yeah. This Your Love is here to stay. You write a lot about love.
Yes.
This Your Love is here to stay.
Yes.
Oh, tell us about it.
Because naturally, as I said earlier, negative just exists. You don't need to work on that. You understand? In every human being, there's a certain amount of it, and if you're not careful, it overwhelms and take over the whole thing, right? So everyone has their thing. Like, take for instance, if you consider a doctor, you don't go to your optician to ask him about your fingers. You understand? Yeah. And so everyone has their own little niche. Right. That is how it comes to me, and I'm not going to fight it. Not to say that other things don't come, but each thing in its time, Wayne Hall. You get what I'm saying?
Yes,
and so when those type of inspirations come, because I only write based on inspiration, I don't go seeking it. It comes looking for me. And when it comes, that is what is going to be there. And so I will find my own little space. In other words, I will stay in my lane and get in on me fit in.
The music do the talking. DeVaré music. This Your Love is here to stay. Woo! All right, you're touching one of my favorites now.
People gonna try to get you down, but I don't care what people say. I'm gonna love you anyway. Oh, I don't care about the games they play. That's just your love.
Big tune. Check it out.
People are gonna talk about this love that we found, and other people gonna try to get you down, but I don't care what people say. I'm gonna love you anyway. Oh, I don't care about the game.
the box. It's DeVaré music. Hey, we don't care what Facebook say. We're gonna come back anyway. Let's go.
This love that we found, and all the people gonna try to get you down.
Listen.
I don't care what people say. I'm gonna love you anyway. Oh, I don't care about the games they play, 'cause this your love is here to stay. Oh, I don't care what people say. I'm gonna love you anyway. No, I don't care about the games they play, 'cause this your love is here to stay. People who love to talk
Pull that one the way and all.
All right, Gucci. When Gucci said pull it, we gotta pull it. Woo!
People are gonna talk about this love that we found, and all the people gonna try to get you down. But I don't care what people say. I'm gonna love you anyway. Oh, I don't care about the games they play, 'cause this your love is here to stay. Oh, I don't care what people say. I'm gonna love you anyway. No, I don't care about the games they play, 'cause this your love is here to stay. People who love to talk will always have something to say, and it don't matter what you do, they gonna talk anyway. Some of them wanna run off the mouth. You're my girl, are you run the route? So step up and go and flaunt your clouds, and if them come into your yard, just run them out. 'Cause I don't care what people say. I'm gonna love you anyway.
Yo, winner, how you
I
want
don't
some?
care about the games they play, 'cause this your love is here to stay. And all the haters gonna hate.
Oh, Lord.
Haters do.
That's right, First Lady Michelle. You listening?
Gonna hate. Don't let it get to you. They gonna do what they wanna do. So just do what pleases you. As you know your love is true, I won't leave. I'm gonna stay right here with you.
Lord have mercy, DeVaré music. What a way to have a showcase right here on the Wayne Hall Show. This your song is here to stay, my brother.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
It big, it bad, it bad.
It's honest.
But-
That's the thing, because guess what, Wayne, like I said, negative exists naturally.
Yeah.
It work to make things work. And if you listen to people, brother, if you listen to people, you're not gonna know you end up on a whirlpool, just go around in a circle. So, like I said earlier about the song before, you see what you have to tell the people that's important to you. Tell them this your love, their surface. Tear it now, go nowhere.
Boy, just listening to your music, the next song tell you where I am, listening to your music.
All right, sir.
Right from the very start, we do it deep in our heart. This love was meant to be, and since we knew it all along, we built this thing strong and filled it with a memory. Now just look at you and me, close as we could be here on love's natural line. Some said it couldn't last, tried to taint us with our past, but we just walk on by. So many tried and tried to break us down, we held on, that's why we're still around. I believe in you and you believe in me. Nothing stays
one called Natural Eye.
Was right from the very start.
Sing it.
But deep in our heart, this love was meant to be. And since we knew it all along, we built this thing strong and filled it with a memory. Now just look at you and me, as close as we could be here on love's natural line. Some said it couldn't last.
Pull up the tune! Pull up the
It was right from the very start. But you were deep in our heart. This love was meant to be. And since we knew it all along, we built this thing strong and filled it with a memory. Now just look at you and me, as close as we could be here on love's natural line. I'm so proud of you and I, and that you are here to stay. You see, we've been through thick and thin, but this love so deep within, that's why we've made it.
Boy, let me tell you, DeVaré, I am gonna have to take this body of music and just hand it to my wife and say, to you with love. Because we can relate to every single lyric that I've listened to you sing tonight. From this your love is here to stay, to people gonna say what they wanna say, to love's natural high. So you're a home run with me, my brother.
Thank you, sir.
All right. And so I want to shout out everybody in the feed one more time. I know they're just going crazy. Yes, Andrea, I see you loving it. Natalie. Yes, Natalie, big up yourself. Judith, I see you're loving it. All right, go ahead and get some rest. All right, presenter, I hear you. Okay, Althea. George Prophet. Yes, a lot of love inside there. Even Michelle. Oh, my goodness. Yep, yeah. Lots of love for you inside there, man. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, right after DeVaré, we're going to announce the finalists of the World Rebirth Rhythm Reggae Mixtape Finals. All right? I want to play another of DeVaré's songs for you before I even get back to talking to him, because I tell you what, DeVaré, let the folks know if they want to support and follow you, where they can find you.
Okay. As I mentioned earlier, this anomaly idea, we have a way how we do our thing, right? We package it in a one-stop. Now, my website is up. I just wanted to say that straight across. But here's how it works for us, right? Most of the times when you bombard people with a whole bunch of information, it doesn't penetrate. So we have a one-stop shop. If you want to know anything at all, DeVaré, skyvoicerecords@gmail.com. You go right there and you get pointed in the right direction. So that is what you would consider the main entrance.
Sky Voice Records.
Yes, Sky Voice Records, one word, @gmail.com. And it's spelled correctly. Sky Voice Records @gmail.com. That's it. When you go there, you get everything, DeVaré, that you need.
Oh, man. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Yes. And so, ladies and gentlemen, again, DeVaré, the man has a passion, you know, and here's another one that I'm positive you're going to love. Tell us later on, after this, we'll take a listen about Diamond in the Rough.
Okay.
Thanks for posting that in the feed, Christine. Let's spin it. Let's spin it. I'll do that.
I have searched all my life want to. And though I've been real close, it's like I never could break through to get to you. So many thoughts of giving up, that search forevermore. That's for sure. Till like a diamond you came shining straight through that door. Now I'm secure, 'cause all my life I've been through changes, and the road has been rough, really rough. All my life I've been through changes, and the way has been tough, really tough. I've only dreamed one day I would find that diamond in the rough, Lord. One day I'll find that diamond in the rough. Some say dreams don't come true, and so they don't plan. No, they don't plan. You see, changes after changes make it so hard to understand. Oh, that you have to sacrifice.
Ladies and gentlemen, 4 minutes past the hour of 10 o'clock. It's the mellow sound of DeVaré. DeVaré, great songs, great selections.
Thank you.
You know, a birdie told me you're working on an album.
Yes, I am. The album is called Reflections. And that like a bad mind COVID-19 just come shove itself into the whole of the mix. But guess what now? We understand challenges, you know, and we know that life is not a straight road, yeah? So all we did was just correct our steer, and we're going to fall right back on track. No problem. We're working on that in a very short minute, considering December, towards the Christmas season, somewhere thereabout.
Yeah.
This album should be 100% ready. We've got 2 songs left to finish.
Okay.
Only 2. So the bulk of the work is done. We're going to get that done very, very shortly from now. And that album will be ready and available. But I started previewing the songs already. I don't know if you've got any of those songs you want to touch later on. But before we get sidetracked, let me just bring this back to the fray. You asked me to talk about Diamond in the Rough.
Yeah.
Big up all Jamaicans, because we are a diamond in the rough. That's all I'm going to say about that song there. Jamaica and Jamaicans. Diamond in the rough. 100%.
Awesome, awesome. Well, the next track I want to share the audience before we go tonight is this one. And I think it's a fitting way to segue out of the conversation eventually. Check it out.
Great.
DeVaré music, let's go. I'm only human.
Sensitive, that's what I am. Make no mistake about it. The little things certainly mean so much to me. Maybe I should tell you I have my faults, and there are run deep inside me. I trust my heart, and usually it never lets me down. Every now and then I guess I lose my way, like people often do. That just goes to prove I'm only human.
That's right. So you did mention earlier in the conversation that you like to do the covers as well as
Yes.
you discovered writing.
Yes.
So it's a great combination of both. And, you know, I said that I was going to end the conversation with that song, but I lied, man. So before I go, I'm going to give you a moment to just share something I might not have asked you tonight. You know, you might want to shout out some folks, whatever it is on your heart
All right.
that you want to share with your audience tonight.
Okay. First, I'm going to start with spelling the word team. T-E-A-M. There is no I. It's significant to me. So because of that, I want to say to my team, all the people who support me. Hey, boy, presenter, you see about Conky, you see, you see, me love my team. When I say I love them, everything about them, the good, the bad, the ugly, the indifference. My team, my supporters are also a part of my team because they give me the will to keep going. You see what I mean? George Prophet, big up yourself. You're done doing the brother. Singer Irie, up there. You understand? As far as family is concerned, sometimes my family get to hear, sometimes they don't. I want to say big up the family because I am deeply, deeply convinced that family is everything. That includes my extended musical family. So if I don't call your name, no feel no way, I love in the same way. Every single one of them. Wayne Hall, you just interjected yourself into the family now by showing that you can have passion for someone else that have passion. Same way. Respect for that, brother. Big up wife at home, you don't know. Since we mentioned you, might have to mention you too. You don't know, no? You understand? And to all of the people out there under the sound of my voice, I may not know who you are, but you just learned a little bit about me. There's this one little secret I'm going to say, Wayne, and it's not a secret actually because you mentioned it. I am a passionate human being. It's just me. There is no way I can get away from that. So if you are looking to hear good, first-rate, top-quality music, you just check out DeVaré. You've got nothing to lose right there. You're going to only gain. You see what I say? So that's it there. With all the loving of the world, peace to everyone under the sound of my voice. Peace to who will hear this in a replay. Wayne Hall, you know what you're doing. Love it. Thanks for the platform. Thanks for the moment. You get what I say? And as always end it at Jamaica, well, enough of we end it, so one love and peace be unto you on your journey.
I had to. I had to. DeVaré, I couldn't let you go without a sample the Rhapsody. Hear this now. Woo!
I think about that love that you give, I get home.
This takes us way back, but it's still present. Let's do it.
And just like a tune that's right on time.
It's got the classic feel and a current day kind of energy. Let's go, let's go.
So girl, never change one thing about you. Now that you're the reason for my rise. If you never change one thing about you, then that would be like a tune that's out of time. Your music is always have the power to move me. There is nothing quite like the music that we play. So come on over here and let me stroke that guitar so you can groove me. You could be the record, I will be your DJ.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a great vibe, what an energy. DeVaré, let me come over here and switch my view, because let me tell you, man, this has been a terrific conversation. Thanks for the energy, thanks for the passion, thanks for the love. You have a great night. All the best with your music.
All respect.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. All right. Because as we speak, we're going to do the drawing